Hi, hello, vanakkam, and welcome to Nadanam, a dance podcast. I'm Anup Karthik, the host of the show, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have you join me here for another exciting episode. Get ready to dive deep into the world of dance as we explore everything related to dance. Whether you're a seasoned dancer, a passionate enthusiast, or simply someone who loves the beauty of movement, this episode has something special in store for you. But before we get started, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to all our listeners. Your support and enthusiasm means the world to me, and it's what keeps this podcast going strong. So, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Get ready to be inspired, educated, and entertained as we embark on another dance filled adventure together. Without further ado, let's jump right into today's episode. So today we have Dimpal and Gautam with us. They are the founder of Mambo India, which was established on April 2023 with a vision to spread the love for Mambo. Mambo India is among the handful of dance school in India to teach Mambo. And today we're gonna dive deep into their journey in creating this venture and their individual journey towards the dance scene. So let's welcome Gautam and Dimple to our podcast today. Welcome, guys. How are you?
Hi, Anu.
Hi, Anu. We are good.
Thanks
Good,
for
good, good.
connecting with us, and it's great to connect in the podcast to speak about us. So my name is Gautam, and 23. I think we
Okay,
are nearing our first year anniversary in April.
that's
Uh,
great. That's great.
Yes.
so we founded Mambo India with a clear vision of to spread Mambo in India. So right
Okay,
now, I think India is dancing salsa on one
yeah.
extensively, mostly. And if you see the other countries, they have already switched on to Mambo. So we are yet
Okay,
to make that switch. So our goal is to do that. It's a big task to create a community, to develop a community to dance Mambo in India. So that is our goal right now.
okay. Fine, fine, fine. Before diving deep into your Mambo India venture and everything related to that, let's just can you please introduce yourself? Like, what is your background? Where you guys are from individually, and other than dance, do you guys do something else or something like that? A short brief about yourself individually. Let's start from Dimple.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So, hello everyone. I'm Dimple and I hail from Patna, Bihar, but I'm based out of Pune. So, passionate about dancing. So, I started Latin dancing back 2016 and with Salsa On2. And I trained in Bachata. I did my teacher's training with various international artists. And then I started assisting my teacher here. And then I started teaching as well, Bachata. So then I got a push from him to that I shall do it. Training in Mambo from 2019, mid of 2019, and my like COVID time lockdown was completely dedicated to my training in Mambo. I was completely dedicated to it, and I learned with various international artists like Tania, Amneris, Delia. So from there it started. And then in 2023, I wanted to spread this joy and love for Mambo in India because we have like handful of dancers who dances Mambo, right? So then it was like my and Gautam's vision was same, and we were on the same page that we have to do something for the community. So let's start the classes and let's build this community. And we started teaching Mambo, only Mambo. And I do teach Bachata as well, but like we are the school who teaches only Mambo, not Salsa On1. We
That's
are
that's good.
teaching only Mambo, and I teach Bachata.
Okay, fine. So let's hear it from Gautam. Just go deep into your background and education, profession, something like that, and we'll talk about Mambo and all your ventures later on. So you can just go deep into your
Yes.
individual side of things. Yeah.
My name is Gautam, and I hail from Chennai, Tanjavur. And my
Okay.
parents, they got settled in Chennai, and I did my schooling education in Chennai, and I graduated from Allahabad, North India. I
Okay.
didn't know Hindi, but I
Okay.
managed to graduate from Allahabad. Yeah, I got
That's
an
cool.
opportunity to pursue mechanical engineering, so
Okay.
I opted it as it was a big leap for me to move from South India to North India without knowing Hindi and managing it. But yeah, of course, again, passion towards mechanical engineering made me do it.
Okay.
And of course, I started dancing in college. I was not a dancer. I was more into sports. In
Okay.
school, I was in my football team, into athletics and all. And I was a backbencher when it comes to cultural activities. I used to be that group, who hoots from
Okay.
behind when someone dances and
Yeah.
sings.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a huge irony. Now I'm in this field now. But yeah,
Yeah.
we were
Happy,
such kind
happy
of
that you are
people.
here now.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing how I got into dancing. So, of course, being a South Indian and coming up to North India without knowing the language, it was a scary thing. It was
Yeah,
overwhelming at
absolutely.
the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so of course I was looking for help, support from anyone I can to manage my everyday life and also. Of course, our Tamil
Okay.
seniors were there. They had formed a group to
Okay.
help out all the Tamil guys. At the same time, one of the senior he warned me, this college ragging is really at high, you know, so you have to take care.
Okay.
I was already scared that not it was an unknown place, but still
Okay.
again, someone comes to me and says, "Oh, it's going to be ragging." I scared, So
Okay.
I was looking for support all that time. Okay, I need to build my army, to support me. And one of the
Yourself.
seniors I remember suggested, yes, the senior he suggested that okay, probably you might be let go of, or probably you might not be the center of attention during ragging if you do some kind of cultural activities,
Okay.
get
You
involved
can
in something.
escape from it.
So
Kind of.
yeah, kind of escape from it and might not get more attention, might not
Okay.
attract more attention. So they are like, if the seniors come to know that you have some kind of talent, so they might let you go. They might not
Okay. Okay.
trouble you too much.
Pull you
Something
in
like
every time. Yeah.
that. Yeah. So I was kind of looking for activities to join. I was like, I knew football. I was a good footballer. I play in the midfield. But the sports activities was scheduled later on in the year. So during that
Okay.
time, there was nothing else but a freshers party, which was scheduled in a month, 1.5 month. And all these cultural committees, there is singing committee, there is dancing committee, dramatics. Everyone, where they were, the seniors were taking auditions for the performance and shows.
Okay.
So I decided to give my try. I decided to try everything out. So I tried dramatics club, acting not my cup of tea. I got kicked out.
Okay.
Singing, I didn't even step into singing because I know I cannot do that. So, but of course, the last thing which was left was dancing, right? So I had to try it out because the
There is no
the
other
fear
option.
of ragging really the fear of ragging really pushed me into it. So
Okay.
yeah, I tried my best. But it didn't work out. To be honest, I got kicked out again from the dancing committee. I didn't get selected,
Okay. Okay.
and I was like, okay, I'm gone. Now I have to face the wrath of ragging from my seniors. So the next day, I was going for the breakfast, and I remember I heard a sound from the activity room, and I found that some of the seniors from a particular folk dance committee they did not turn up the other day, so they
Okay.
were taking their audition in the morning,
Oh.
and I found out it was a Rajasthani folk dance.
Okay.
Uh, South Indian trying to get into a Rajasthani folk dance.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
kind of quite
yeah,
weird
yeah,
thing
yeah.
to
So
start with. Yeah.
yeah, of course, I didn't
Yeah.
know the language, right? So I tried my hands. They gave me few steps. fortunately, I was able to pick it up, and I was the last person to get selected in that group. So they had
Okay.
almost selected 9 people, and they were looking for the 10th guy, and I was there, and they had selected me, and I started my practice in Rajasthani folk dance. Just imagine, I don't know the language,
Okay,
and I
that's
don't know
quite
dancing.
interesting.
I never tried
Yeah.
dancing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I never tried dancing. No language, nothing, and I started practicing. So I don't know the lyrics of the song. Based on music, I was dancing, and uh, it was great because I got to perform in the stage in front of my seniors and my college professors and everyone. So
Okay.
yeah, overnight stardom. In my block, in the hostel in my block, I was the only guy who participated in the freshers party, and I became a hero.
Yeah.
So of course, I felt good. It was a new feeling. It was a fresh feeling to be able
Okay.
to dance. I never danced in my life, like in my school
Hmm.
days, never.
Okay.
So, and to dance and to perform on stage wearing costumes and in front of a crowd. So, and with the crowd cheering so much and getting an appreciation from the seniors, from
Yeah.
my batchmates and everyone, uh, it pushed me further to think about it.
Yeah.
So my friends and my roommates and everyone, they got inspired and they also wanted to learn. So
Okay.
uh, it gave me a good feeling that okay, I'm able to inspire people through this, and I
Okay.
didn't know I had the talent in me. So that is a turning point in my life. It's a big turning point in my life because I won't be sitting here and talking with you if that hadn't happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, from there I was so interested in dancing, and our college had a competitions, folk dance competition. That was a freshers party in which I performed, and we had a cultural annual cultural competition event also, where all the different regional folk dances they compete.
Okay.
And my Tamil seniors, they saw me dancing for Rajasthan. They're like, "Hey, why are you dancing there? Now come to our group." I was like, "You
Okay.
are now in the South Indian dancing group." So
Okay.
they added me in the South Indian folk dance group. I was like, "You are going to compete for us." I was
Okay.
like, "That's great because I'm getting a recognition." So I joined the South Indian folk dance and I started competing. It felt good.
Okay.
We won, and it pushed me further. And when I was in the third year in college, all the dancers, the good dancers, they all had graduated, and I
Okay.
was the only one left who had
Okay.
the capability to do choreography, and lead the group even though my final years were there. So I got a good opportunity to lead the group in my third year.
Okay.
So I did the choreography, I managed everything, the music, choreography, the team, and it was a very good experience for me and a learning point. I was just participating in the team, learned steps from my seniors, and I was just executing it. But for the first time, I got the opportunity to choreograph. So it was a fresh experience for me, and of course it all went good and we won, and everything happened, and I was very happy with that. So I had this in the back of my mind that after graduating from college I should take my dancing further, get some
Okay.
professional training outside. So after I graduated, I got a job in Delhi NCR,
Okay.
again in North India. I didn't get an opportunity to go back south. And
Okay.
I joined the job in like 2 months. I started searching for a place, and luckily I found out DanceWorks. So DanceWorks
Okay.
was it's a brainchild of Ashley Lobo. He's a very famous Bollywood choreographer,
Okay.
and I got an opportunity to train myself there. I joined the beginners class there, where they teach you the basic uh, jazz and ballet.
Okay.
So it was a good fundamental training for me to prepare my body to dance, because that kind of training I never had.
Okay.
So it was very good. It was a very good experience. For almost 1.5 years, I stayed there. After that, I had to move to Pune for job. in the same company. I got transferred, so I had to move to Pune. I didn't have any option. It was a sad thing because I just started liking it and everything was going good. I was training good. I started getting promoted to the next level of batches very fast.
Okay.
But
Okay.
ultimately, of course, the job made me move to Pune. And
Okay.
after coming back to Pune, I tried to look for similar institutes. But during that time, Pune did not have much dance schools where they give such kind of training. And
Okay.
DanceWorks was located in Mumbai, and which is Mumbai is like 3 hours to
Far.
4 hours of journey
Okay.
from Pune. Yeah, it's far. It's not feasible to go travel up and down
Communicate
every day or even during
every day.
weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kept searching, and somehow through my mutual friends, I got introduced to hip hop in Chennai. So
Okay.
there was a group, All for One, in
Yeah.
Chennai.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So the crew founder Anto Judge. So I
Hmm.
met him. We had a good chat, and I expressed my interest to learn and everything. So uh, slowly he started teaching me. I started getting into hip hop, and
Okay.
not just teaching. I started getting into the community as well. I started getting to know people uh, from Pune as well, from Mumbai, from Chennai, Bangalore. I started connecting with people, and we even had this vision during that time to promote hip hop in India. So during that time, hip hop was booming in India. It
Yeah.
started booming, although the social media was not that great, but through YouTube. People were learning from other international artists and everyone. And international artists were hardly visiting India during that time. Hardly there will be 2 or 3 events maximum related to hip hop. So
Okay.
me and my friend, we decided to organize hip hop events. So just to promote hip hop. So uh, I started doing that, and we organized a few events. It went good. I started learning, but
Okay.
hip hop was close to the heart. But at the same time, I did not feel any competitiveness in hip hop. Yes, I really love the culture. I love the music. I love the dance form, but I did not feel that I can go competitive in it. So I was dancing for fun. I was learning for
Okay.
fun and just for the interest of learning a new culture. In 2016 or 15, we had hosted an event in Hyderabad, a hip hop
Okay.
event, where Mr. Showtime from US, he had come. So we had invited him as a faculty to teach and to judge the event. So Showtime is a big guy. He has choreographed the likes of great musicians and artists. So he had come there and he introduced. He was supposed to teach hip hop and house dance.
Okay.
So during that time, I did not have any idea about house dance or house music, and I was fortunate enough. During one night after dinner, we were just hanging out. The event was supposed to start from the next day. After dinner, we were just hanging out, and suddenly he asked our crew to assemble in the hall, the training hall, and we just thought, okay, he might just want to talk about something with us or not. And he suddenly started taking class.
Okay.
And he was like, he started taking house, and that was my first experience with house dance. So I did not know house, and we were just a handful of people, maybe hardly 10 people were there in the class, and just him. And so it was a very good session, one on one with him, and
All these sessions. Sorry to
that was
interrupt. All these sessions were in Pune or in Chennai.
that. This was in Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Okay. So from Pune,
Yes.
you shifted to Hyderabad for work and then pursued there, or how it is?
No, 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 no. We were hosting an event in Hyderabad.
Okay. So you used to
So I
travel
was
to
I was there
Hyderabad
in
and coming
Hyderabad.
back to Pune. Okay.
Yes, just for the
Okay.
event. It was a full.
Okay.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah, that's where I met House. I had an encounter with the House, and I started liking the music very fast, and I started loving the dance form as well. So House is a dance form which originated in Chicago, in the clubs of Chicago. And from there, I started pursuing house very hard. And I started traveling to other cities. Wherever there are house dance artists who are coming from outside India to teach, I made sure
You'll
that I
be
do
there.
not miss their class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there. And I started learning, and slowly I started getting into competitive mode as well. I started getting into battles, house battles, and yeah, the love of house was really deep, and it made me travel to many cities in India, just for learning. I really love learning. Where in Bangalore, in a hip hop event actually, I went there for a hip hop and house event. Unfortunately, that same event had salsa as well.
Okay.
So I did not know. I never had any encounter with Latin dance form, and I had no idea about Latin dance form. Just like every other people, I know there exists a form dance form called
Salsa.
salsa. Salsa, the word is really famous, right?
Yeah.
So okay, salsa. That's it. But I never really saw anyone dance salsa. Never really heard the music as well. So uh, we were fortunate enough to get an audience for the salsa shows which were happening in that event. And that event in that particular year, Eddie Torres Sr. and Eddie Torres Jr. had come to India to teach. And
Okay.
I was able to witness their show, their Mambo show in that
Okay.
event. And that's it. I was blown away. And I mean, Eddie Torres Sr., he was dancing like crazy with his son, Eddie Torres Jr. And
Okay.
that show really inspired me. It made me think a lot, okay, and I really love the music. Immediately, I had a catch for that mambo music with a lot of percussions and so much style and everything. And yeah, sitting there looking at the show. After the show finished, I was just sitting there, and I decided in my mind, okay, I'm going to be on that stage very soon. It might take
Okay.
a year, or it might take 2 years or 3 years. I don't know, but I'm going to be there on the stage. I'm going to train myself, and I'm going to be there on the stage. I'm going to do exactly the same thing which they had done. So
That's good.
that's where my journey in Latin started. I was so inspired by Eddie Torres Sr. and Eddie Torres Jr. And I started pursuing, looking for resources in Pune to continue on. One of my good friend from house dance community, Apurva, she suggested few teachers with whom I started learning, and I got the basic. I learned with them for around from 2017. I started learning Mambo in 2017 February, and yeah, so I have
That is
completed
how
just
it
completed seven
everything is
years of
started.
Mambo now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's how everything started, and I was really focused that time. Of course, uh, the passion something it's something I would say that instead of me finding the dance form, I always accept that the dance form found me, the mambo
Okay.
found me. That's how I
Yeah.
take it. So far whatever happened was in the good, was always in the positive, in terms of mambo. Now, within a year of training, I know my instructor, they suggested me to compete. They were like,
Okay.
okay, you're doing good. I think you should take a shot at competing. So I did that within a year of training. I
Okay.
competed in 2017 February. I started dancing mambo. In 2018 June, I
Okay.
made my debut in a competition, and I won the competition.
Oh, that's great.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I did not expect, but I know that I'm going to do good, but I did not expect to win it. And it was a big push. It was a big push for me in terms of Mambo, because that carried me further up to more training and more learnings, and dive deep into Mambo. So
Okay.
from there, I started competing again in 2019. I competed. I came runner up the same year, 2019,
Okay.
and of course, 2020 COVID shut down,
Hmm.
and COVID was a we tried to make it work in a positive way. Although yes, COVID, it was a negative thing. Pandemic affected everyone, but we tried to find some positive in COVID, and we trained hard during COVID. She trained really, really hard. She started getting into Mambo in 2019,
Yeah,
correct?
end of
Okay.
2019. So like
Okay.
I had just started, and then 2020 COVID happened. So I was like, I want to do this. I always wanted to do this, and now I am into it. I just want to pursue this. So then we started training, and then even we started meeting and practicing more and more.
So
So
before going
2020 was
further, let's quickly know about how do you guys catch up each other? Where and
I came to know about Gautam, like I first saw his competition video because it was shared all over. Like that time, it was shared on Facebook first, and then it
okay,
was
okay,
shared through WhatsApp. I got that video, and
okay,
back in 2018, his first, I think, debut performance, and I was like, oh, something good is happening, and I want to do this. So I knew
okay,
his face that time. Then in socials, then we met
okay,
in socials, and we got to know each other, and then we used to dance. We became friends. Like 2019, it was like we became friends, and then because I was already inspired by him and his dancing, so we became friends. And then he pushed me, like, you should do it if you want to do it, because I told him that I want to do it because I like this and I want to do it. So I got that push from him, and I started then 2019 after his second championship.
okay.
So that
So
was
that's
again
how
that
you meet.
like
Yeah.
second push. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
She was really passionate about learning. Uh,
Hmm.
People, they just want to learn some basics and they just keep dancing in the socials, but she wanted to dive deep. She wanted to learn more. So getting inspired, me getting inspiring someone, and they coming to me and they are saying like, I want to do more, it pushed me further. So we both started training together, dive deep, try to research more about the style and learn, of course.
Research more about like music, culture, and it's like it should be a feeling, right? Just not like just the steps. There should be a
Yeah.
feeling for the dance. So it
Yeah.
for both of us, it was the same. That's how we vibe together. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
So even in the like, yeah, that's how we partnered up, and just starting, we were just like practicing together, taking classes, training together, and then we partnered up.
Okay.
Since starting, it was not like we have to partner up or teach or take classes. We would just learn, training ourselves, and then from there it started.
That's a good process to begin with and carry forward, actually. Training
Yeah,
yourselves with someone, and then mutually you try to know about each other and then pursue further with your dreams and goals. So it's quite good. It's a good thing to start with training, actually. People used to start
the
Yeah,
just
training
for
is there.
collaborating. Yeah. Mm. So it's good. So
I mean,
before
she was before Mambo, she was trained
okay,
in
Bachata.
Bachata.
okay,
So her journey also started in
16.
2016.
Like I started
16. Okay.
learning Latin back in
Hmm.
2016. And then I was like, I fell in love with bachata music and I liked bachata. So I started, like, I went completely into bachata, trained myself, and then everything, teachers training. And I started assisting my teacher. And then I started teaching. So I was teaching bachata back in 2019, but then I wanted to do something more. It was always about more and more learning, right? So then I started Mambo towards
Okay.
the end of 2019. But COVID for me, I would say it was pause. Like it turned out to be good, beneficial for me because I was just focused on my training, and there
Okay.
was not much of distraction also for us that time, and it kept me engaged also. For both of us, it was like kept us engaged, and it was just focused learning. That's
Okay. Okay, cool. So before my next few questions, I can you please explain about the brief of what is Mambo and where it started, the history, and something like that. So our viewers or listeners quite know about Mambo actually, and I too interested in learning more about this. So I have much little knowledge about Mambo, so I can. It is more interesting to me as well. So you can go forward with Mambo and things behind that.
So Mambo is nothing but salsa, New York style.
Okay. Okay.
So it originated in New York. So people have been dancing mambo before, but the term mambo or the dance form to give a proper structure, it was done by Mr. Eddie Torres from New York. So he gave the structure to mambo, the, the syllabus to mambo, how to dance mambo in a very structured way. People have been dancing to the music. So a lot of this Cuban, the Latin American people, the musicians, they came together, they started jamming together. And during that time in New York, I think the African Americans and the Latin Americans, they had a good relation. They started exchanging culture, a lot of cultural exchange happened in terms of music, dancing, and everything. So they started banding together, and so there is Palladium. Palladium is called as a home of Mambo. So Palladium is in New
Okay.
York. Palladium is
Okay.
it's basically uh, you can say it's a huge auditorium where uh, band perform. So people and the kind of music which was performed there, it's a mix. It's a very new form of music. It's not oriented or it doesn't belong to one particular culture. So
Okay.
the music has influence from, of course, from African percussions. There is jazz and latest modern music and etc. So it was a very new kind of music, and people were dancing their heart out to the music. And Mr. Eddie Torres, he gave a structure how to dance to that music, and that's how Mambo or Salsa On2 or Salsa New York Style came into existence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So, what is the major difference between this salsa on one and salsa on two? Is that the same thing
It's a
or
timing.
yeah? Okay.
It's a timing. So in on one, you break on one, and in on
Okay.
two, you break on. Yeah.
Okay.
So the
So,
basic difference is that timing.
so you guys teach on two, which is called as Mambo, right? Why there is two kind of names and how that happens? You have any idea about that?
Mambo is actually more oriented to the music. So
Okay.
if you see there is Mambo section in the Bachata,
Yeah. Hmm.
there a
so
lot of
mambo is a music, right? So
Okay.
there's even like in bachata music also you have a mambo section,
Mambo session. Yeah.
and there are different. So there are different types of salsa, like salsa LA style, which and then there's Cuban, Puerto Rican, so Cali style. So there are different styles of salsa. Um, which is most common in India is on one, but there are various styles.
Okay.
So that's how we teach on two, which is New York style or mambo. So we love to call it mambo. So
Okay.
that's how.
So since the a lot of influence there already in India for salsa on one, so you guys that's the reason why you guys started loving or teaching salsa on two, or is there any other reasons?
For me, like I started with salsa on one, my journey in
Okay.
Latin, but I couldn't find myself there. I didn't
Okay.
feel it. I told you
Okay.
it's a feeling. So
Yeah.
for
Mm.
me, it's like that. So I didn't feel it, but mambo was like something I felt it like, and it's I.
Okay.
So then I trained in mambo, and that's how we then thought of like spreading this love for mambo. And it's more, I feel like it's more musical, you can be more expressive, and and like you can be yourself. Like followers or the females, I feel like we have more time and to express ourselves. And even the mambo music, you can feel it more and dance on it. So it was just the thought of spreading the love for mambo,
Okay.
not like there's on one, on two, and
Okay.
all that.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, there should be more people who should get to know about this mambo and how beautiful this dance form is, and how they can also feel the music and dance musically. More musicality will be there.
Okay. That's good. So, in starting Mambo India, there might be quite a lot of challenges you have faced. How have you overcome them to establish Mambo India as a leading?
We won't call ourselves the leading dance school in the country, first of all. But of course, we don't like to compete with anyone else. We
Yeah.
just want to focus on spreading the culture of Mambo in India.
Okay.
Otherwise, challenges, of course, big challenge is to start something new in a country, because an entire country doesn't dance salsa on tour. There are very few dance. India has a huge population, and the Latin community in India is also huge, and they have been
Yeah.
dancing for a long time. Like, you'll be surprised to know that 25 plus years. That's
Okay.
how long
Mm.
Latin has been existing in India. But
Okay.
yeah, of course. uh, Unfortunately, maybe due to some circumstances, or maybe that change did not happen where, which happened in the other countries, where all our South Asian neighbors like Singapore and
Okay.
Vietnam and everyone moved to onto, but we were still lingering back in on one. So I wouldn't say that as a negative thing, but if you see the overall dancing, it's always good to learn two styles. It's always good to know two styles. It's
Okay.
not that one style is superior to another. No, it's not that. Every style has its own, I would say, superiority in terms of dancing or in terms of music. So, but learning salsa on one, having to know salsa on one and on two, learning both the styles give you a good advantage, and it generally improves your dancing a lot. So that was a big challenge, because the community does not dance salsa on two, which means they have to start from the basic again, because
Okay.
the entire timing, the entire basic, everything is changes in salsa on two. So you can switch from on one to on two. Of course, it will definitely take some time. One of the major challenge is that even after learning salsa on two, there is no one to dance with, because
Okay.
it's a very new community. It's a very small community here. So that is one of a big challenge for us, because even though we train our students to dance mambo, for our students to dance with, there are very less people.
Okay.
So they train with us, they dance with us, and we have to build the community slowly. We have to grow the community slowly. That's a huge challenge, because if you see the other form like on one or bachata or kizomba, already there are a lot of people who are dancing bachata, kizomba, and salsa on one.
Yeah.
So if we teach salsa on one or bachata kizomba, our students can have a variety of options to go to socials and dance with other dancers. But for mambo or salsa on two, that becomes really difficult, because when our
Okay.
students go to social, there is no one else who is going to dance salsa on two. So it becomes a very primary challenge for us. Of course, it's going to be there for another 2 to 3 years, but we are really hoping that things are going to change in India, and people are coming to know about Mambo. People are getting to know about Mambo. Their social media boom really helped the people in India to connect with various dance forms, not just Mambo, even with Kizomba. Like, Pune was not a city to dance
Hmm.
kizomba, but uh, last few years, people had so much interest. They developed so much interest into Kizomba. It's all because of thanks to social media. And in the same way, we are also hoping that they will start developing their taste for Mambo. They'll start
Okay. Sure.
learning Mambo. So we are in the right path. We have laid down the path for anyone to come train with us and get themselves trained in Mambo. So yeah.
Good to know that. So, you guys have recently had a performance debut at Vamos Goa event, and which received a lot of attention and prize. So, can you share the journey of preparing for this performance and what it meant to showcase Mambo India's talent on such a platform like festival?
So this is the people like group which perform. They are our
Yeah.
first batch like, of Mambo. So
Okay.
Mambo, yeah.
Mambo India, they are the first batch. And
Is that your students' performance,
we
or you have performed it? And
no,
just
it's
the students.
a team performance, and
Okay.
they are
Yeah.
a beginners team.
Okay.
So
We also
we
perform.
and
We
we
also
Okay.
perform with
Okay.
them.
Okay.
So it started like we started first. They were just learning this style. So and then we started this training. Like they are just 6 months, 8 months old students. So then they were learning the style. Then for us, it's like not just choreography. Choreography, we don't put that. There's a process. Like you first get this style into your system, like into your muscle memory, into your body, and then only you can perform it because you have to feel that, right? So eventually, then this Vamos came up, and we were like, okay, let's showcase, like let's show the Mambo culture, like how we are developing it and all. The like we started training them for the performance, and we were just like step by step, one step at a time. So then we were not sure, like we are gonna do this only if it comes out like it will be good, or if everyone is feeling it, they want to do it, they want to take a shot, which is our song as well, which means so if they want to take a shot, we will perform this, and that's how it started. And yeah, they did really well. We are
Okay.
really proud of them. And, so we performed in Vamos, and it was well appreciated by everyone, and we are really thankful to everyone for appreciating our what we are doing, and especially appreciating our team, our students, because it's their hard work. So that was great.
Okay. So
Yeah, it
at last,
was
the
like
appreciation only
we had to
will
give.
take you to do much further things with regard to performance and things. So it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carry on. Carry on.
It's a
You were
motivation,
saying
right?
something.
It's motivation for our team also to
Yeah.
do more, to pursue this style more, right? Like when you get appreciated, it's a good feeling for them also. Okay, they are doing something good.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they are motivated, and we really like love them because they did like hard work for they gave their time, effort, and everything. So and most important thing, that they had trust on us, which was the most important thing. So
Yeah.
we are really thankful to them, Marty.
Yeah. I wish you could pursue this further and do more of these kind of performance all over India and abroad as well. So wish you all the
Yeah,
luck and yeah, happy to
Thank you so
see you
much.
guys.
thanks.
Yeah. So, as a co-founders of Mambo India, how do you guys complement each other's strength and skills in running the dance school and achieving your kind of shared vision towards? That's okay. Mm.
It's kind of very simple because uh, first thing is being running a dance school. We need to have a common vision
Yeah.
where we are aligning perfectly. Because the only thing we want to do is with the culture of Mambo. We are not looking for anything else. We are not looking
Yeah.
to, like I said, we are not the leading dance school, and we definitely don't want to be.
Okay.
So we are not competing in that. We are not trying to get more students. We are not trying to build numbers. Of course, numbers are important for growth of a dance school, but we want to give more quality. And we want to spread the culture in the right way. So that's why even we say the same thing to our students. So they have to go through all the stages. And then we give them goals, short-term goals of performing or competing. We give them an option: you can perform or you can compete.
Or you can just train. Like it's there, it's an open option. It's not like, no, we are not forcing you to perform or forcing you to train. If you just want to learn the style, get the style in your body, that is also there. Like, just, all the options are open. So we train them. If you want to pursue more, okay, you train them. We train them. And if they want to perform, they want to compete, so we ask them there, we plan their like syllabus or everything. So it's all about the student. They want to pursue it. So that's how we align on our goals. That's like we are on the always on the same page. Okay, we want to do certain things, and it's just about the love of Mambo, not about anything else. And so that's how we align, and we work on this Mambo India school.
Okay. So you guys work on a full time on this dance thing, or you guys still work professionally and do this as a second thing? And how do you guys find time to, or how do you guys prioritize your timing with regard to your profession?
That's a hustle. I mean, it's a quite a difficult thing to do. We are balancing our work, our professional work, with our passion for dancing. So mostly currently we have our classes running only on weekends. So weekdays we both are busy with our work. We do meet for practice every day, almost every day, late at nights, and we do our sessions, practice sessions, and weekends mostly we take our classes. That's how currently we are balancing our work. And of course, there are
Okay.
festivals where we need to attend, learn for learning as well as for performing and showcasing our students and our own talents. Uh, yes, that's how we manage.
So
Okay.
it is not easy. I wouldn't say it's easy because when you are into a professional career altogether, and it's not easy to follow your passion, but yeah, you can do it. It's not like you
Yeah.
can't do it. You can have your job as well as this. It is possible if you manage everything and prioritize. It depends on the
Yeah.
priority, what
Yeah.
you
Of
want to
course.
do it and how you want to do it. So
Of
it's
course.
like for us, it's like for our training and our practice is our priority. So even if we are late at the work, we prioritize our practice, whatever time it is. It's midnight or whatever it is, but we make sure that even for 30 minutes we do it. So that's how we prioritize our dancing, our passion. So
That's
that's
good.
how it works. And yeah, it works for both of us. It's not like
Okay.
just one way. So it works for both of us. So we do it. And weekends we are busy with the classes, with our training and all.
Okay. So I can easily relate to it because I too do a profession, and I can find time to do my passion towards dance as well. So I can easily relate to your kind of situation in handling both the profession and passion. It's good to handle both things at a time, and doing it with own interest, and making it a bit higher level each day. Yeah. So it's quite interesting to see you guys doing that even better. And yeah, so throughout these training days and teaching and dancing, so you guys might have learned lessons from each other, and you might have taken it into your training sessions and things. So can you tell us the lessons, how it has influenced each other in taking things from each other in the in.
Uh, to be frank, The one day reason Mambo India came into existence is because of her.
Okay.
She's the one she's the one who did a lot of work, pushed me
Okay.
more. Uh, she was like behind me, like we have to do this, we have to launch it, we have to launch it, we have to do this. So, of course, like I was, to be frank, I was kind of slow. I was like, okay, let's do this, let's plan it out, let's wait for this right time. And I was like, no, there is no right time to do the right thing. We
Started.
do it today.
Just go.
Start
Yeah.
That becomes the right time, right?
Yeah.
Once you start the right
Absolutely,
thing,
yes.
that becomes your
I
right time.
agree with that.
No,
Yeah.
it was not planned at all. We had our Sunday class one fine day, and after the class, we were sitting in a cafe. We were having a coffee, and she was like, "Let's launch it right now." I was like, "What?" So immediately, Instagram page was made, and we just launched it there and then. No
Good to
thinking,
know
no
that.
looking back, nothing, no
Yeah.
Yeah,
planning.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Hmm.
it was just at the coffee, and it was a very fun, like fine day. It was raining, and we were sitting in the cafe and just
Okay.
having hot coffee, and we were like, "Let's do it." I was like, "Let's go for it. Why not
Okay.
today?" So we just launched that day. Mambo India was launched, and now it will be 1 year to 9th of April. So
Okay.
and it happened, and it
so
turned
yeah.
out to be like a good journey for us, and yeah, it's nice.
So in terms of your question, that's the
Yeah.
biggest lesson I learned from her. There is
Hmm.
there is no right time. There's no need to find the right time to do the right thing.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
from me, I don't know what she'll.
So
Yeah.
for me, like the biggest lesson I have learned is being more patient and being really more like patient and kind. What I would say, and which is yeah good. You learn from everyone, right? So
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing I have learned from her.
We are learning daily from our students as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
we learn we learn a lot of lessons from our students as well. That's there. You learn from each other. It's not like every person has something to offer. What I feel, every person is different and they have something to offer always. So we learn from everyone.
Okay. So, in respect to Mambo India, what are your future plans towards the culture, and are there any set of goals you wish to achieve it in the near future, and how does that goes with Mambo India?
I think we do have our own goals, what to do in the next 6 months, next 1 year, next 2 years. But what is more important is how the community is developing. We have to see how the Latin community is growing, and accordingly, we need to align our goals as well. So we cannot have a very fixed goal and just keep working towards it, irrespective of the community, because we always have to take the community into consideration. So our goals also change accordingly. So all the short-term goals, like we need to train, and then we need to showcase what we have trained, which means performing somewhere in a festival or performing in a social. These are all very important for us because we think that a training or in the growth of a dancer, small milestones matter a lot than a one big achievement. So maybe yes, a dancer might be looking forward to a one huge achievement, like how we have a big goal, but we also think that small goals matter. So for now, our only focus is to train the community in Mambo. We do not have a huge goal or huge fixed goal as such. Right now, we are focusing to get more people to know about Mambo, because in general in India, people don't have any idea about Mambo itself. So even we have to tell them, explain them in the class what is Mambo, how it is related to the salsa. How it is salsa, of course. Mambo is salsa, but if you use the word mambo, they won't understand it. So our first priority is to spread what is mambo, then get people to dance, get people to train in that, and make people dance mambo in socials. So socials are a important part of Latin dancing. Social
Yeah.
dancing is the primary, most important thing of Latin dancing. All these performance and competition, it comes later. The most important thing is social dancing. If we cannot get people to dance in socials, all our goals about performing and competing doesn't matter. It doesn't
Yeah.
have any value. So our first thing is to create a community where people start dancing mambo socially. So that is our primary goal, and that is going to be there forever. That goal is there forever. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year or 2 year,
5 years.
yeah,
Social
5 years.
dancing is must
Okay.
So
for
that is
us.
our primary goal for now.
So performance, I would say, even if someone will do some choreography or they can just go and perform on the stage, but it will be just steps. But
Yeah.
when you dance socially, it's very important. You feel the music, and it's not the same dancing on each song, right? It's different feeling for each song, and you dance to the music. So that comes from social dance. And our goal first is to make more and more people dance mambo, and so that there's a community, and there's like it's very common. Like earlier, how it was, people never used to
Excuse me.
dance. Uh, like back in 2016, I would say, the 2016, 2017, even people were not dancing bachata essential, then
Yeah.
even kizomba. So later on, but people adapted to it, right? It's the same way, and it will happen now. People are liking it, and more people are trying to, like, they're training in mambo and getting into mambos, which is love. I love
Okay.
this thing about the culture, about our community, that yeah, they adapt to the things. So it will take time, but eventually it's gonna happen. And yeah, so we are trying
Hmm.
to build more mambo dances, and so that we'll have a community who dances. Like, there will be people who will be dancing on one, will be same number of people who will be dancing on two. So it's like it will be all inclusive, and it's gonna happen. It will take time.
Yeah.
Everything takes time. That's our goal, to make more and more dancers.
Good. 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 I wish you could make it real soon. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's a task.
yeah, it's a task, but you guys will do it. I know that. Yeah. Mm. So when it comes to dance, there will be a lot of influence from our artists, and you guys have a lot of inspirations. And can you just name the few influencers, or whom do you see as an inspiration when it comes to your dancing journey individually?
Oh, in terms of Eddie Torres Sr. and Eddie Torres Jr., a huge
Okay.
inspiration for us. Of course, like I told you, how I started getting into Latin, because I got inspired by their show. That's how I got into Latin. So they have been my most greatest inspiration. Apart from that, there have been other great dancers from New York, like Adolfo, Tania Cannarsa, and, Charlie Garcia, and Amneris Martinez. Uh,
So for me, like same, editors, and then editors Junior's partner, Princess Serrano, then Tania Cannarsa, my biggest inspiration, Emneris, Belaya, and so we look up to them, and we have trained with them, like we have taken their classes, and so they're the biggest inspiration for Mambo.
Okay, cool. Once again, sorry.
no problem.
Yeah. So, what do you guys have to say or say to your audience or your community, or to the one who is newly wanted to join something to your dance culture? What do you guys have to say or an advice to begin with?
I would say that uh, I think it's very simple. Like if you want to learn something, always try to dive deep, because if you're going to invest your time and money in coming to a class to learn something, it's always best to do your own research, dive deep, learn the basics first, learn about the culture, learn about the music, learn about the country where the culture or the dance form is from, learn about the people of that particular country, what is their culture, and always research. I always tell our students, always do your research, because you learn a lot from your own research than hearing the same things or hearing things from the others.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in to learn something new, do your research, dive deep into it, because at the end of the day, it's your own money and it's your own time. And it's always good if something fruitful comes out of investing the time and money rather than just going to a class, passing your time. Of course, ultimately it's their own choice, but I always give this to my students.
Yeah, so my suggestion, like it's not a suggestion, or I would just like say, like it's good to train if you want to learn something. As he said, dive deep, like learn the style properly, and it's all about the choice. You can learn it for fun or just social dancing, or you can pursue it more. And it's just about learning and do your research. Research is the most important thing, and respect the culture from where the dance form is, which is the most important because it's someone's culture. So we should always respect that part and get to know more about their culture. Then it's like you will get to know more about that dance form when you know them, like okay, culturally what is happening, and all many dance steps and everything is because it's inspired from like from culture, and their culture, like it's rich in culture. So right, so we should learn about their culture and research about it and respect it, and respect the dance form and dive deep if you want to like go for teaching or anything like for performing training. So learn more and more and keep on learning
Yeah.
because it's an
Mhm.
unending lesson. There
Of course.
is no like defined syllabus that it ends here. There's like graduation or something. No. There's a lot to learn. We are also learning and we are also training every day. So, and I love this fact about it. Like there's a lot of things to explore and a lot of things to learn. So
Okay.
that's the only thing I want to say. It's not an advice or suggestion, anything. It's like how you want to take it. It's just like
Okay. Okay, so as we come to the end of the session now, I just want to ask a small question. That's it, and we'll wind up. So you can answer it individually. So it's, what is dance?
It's that become part of my life. So I cannot imagine my daily routine without dance. It's like having food.
Okay.
Like if I don't dance for a couple of days, I always feel that okay, something is missing. So I think it's become a part of my life. It's become one with what I do in everyday life. So it means a lot to me. It's not it's not just about a hobby anymore. It's not just about passion anymore. It's more than that. So It's part of my life.
Okay. How
Yeah,
about you,
it's
Dimple?
same here. It's a dance is like now it's a, you can say, lifestyle. So it has to be there. Um, it's like it's the same thing how we need food every day. So to survive, it's like
We need to dance.
it's like I need
Yeah.
dance. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really need to dance in a day. Otherwise, it's not my day. It's like that.
It's not
So
complete.
if I'm not
Yeah.
dancing, yeah, it's not complete. My day is not complete without like dance or music. So it's the part of life.
Like even if we go for 1 day or 2 days maximum, she'll give me a call or message like, when are we dancing? We did not dance. It would be like a huge complaint, like something like, oh, we did not eat today. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, we did not dance today. What is happening
Yeah.
to us? And immediately we are in the studio training and dancing.
It's like
Uh,
drinking water.
yeah.
So you have to dance. There's no other option.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So I think have you guys attended a podcast thing before, or is this the first time? And how is the experience with this podcast? And about all the idea about this podcast and things you can share with us.
This is our first podcast.
Okay.
Like even individually and together as Mambo India, I think it's the first podcast, and we really love this. Of course, we do this with our students. We do this with
Yeah.
our other friends who are really interested to know what is going on with us. Thanks, Anup, for making this
Mhm.
happen. I really appreciate it how you contacted me and uh, led this forward to make this happen. Really, it was very wonderful time to talk about our Mambo India and individual journeys as well. So yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, so this is our first time for podcast, and I really this concept, what you are doing, like making, because even if people like viewers who are new to the community or the new dancers, they are getting to know something about it, right? And it's informative. So passing on good information is always good. So it's a good, what you are doing is really, really good. And thanks for contacting us. We are really, yeah, we enjoyed it. It wasn't like
Thank you.
we enjoyed
Yeah.
talking to you. It was
Oh,
just
thank
like
you.
a normal conversation. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
I
Thanks a
really
lot
love
for.
like the fact that you did not design any questions, and it's a very impromptu thing. So I
Yeah.
really love the thing about this podcast.
Thank you so much. And it's not gonna just end up here. I'm gonna call you for another sessions and podcast with some particular related topics, and we can talk more in future. Yeah. So I'll be keep on calling you guys and trouble you
Yeah,
for sure.
We
you're
would love
welcome.
to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
We would love.
That's
Anytime
so
you can
cool.
call us. Anytime.
Sure. And anytime if I come to India, I'm gonna meet you guys, and I'm gonna have a session with you and train myself with Mambo. Yeah, that's for sure.
Sure, anytime you're welcome.
You're in
Yeah.
a better place.
But yeah,
Yeah.
anytime like you're welcome, we can dance together.
Yes, yes, always.
Sure.
We would like to meet you whenever you're in India. You're always welcome to Pune.
Sure. So thank you for having on our podcast. It's quite informative and impressive session with you guys. And of course, this is my first podcast with two people on the episode. So it's quite refreshing for me to have two persons talking each other. And yeah, so happy to have you guys again, and see you guys on another episode or something which is related to dance. So thank you so much for having you guys here, and I wish you all luck, and I wish you spread the community in quite small quick time. Yeah, thank you so much, and yeah.
Thank you so much, Anup. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
From
you.
Mambo India.
And that wraps up another fantastic episode of Nadanam. I hope you enjoy diving into the world of dance with us today. Before we go, remember you can stay connected with us on social media for more updates, behind the scenes content, and exciting announcements. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Nadanam, a dance podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving us a review on any of your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback helps us improve and reach more listeners who share a love for dance. Thank you once again for tuning in. Until next time, keep dancing, keep dreaming, and keep spreading the joy of moment wherever you go. This is Anup Karthik signing off. Take care and dance on.